I think we're going. We're live, hopefully. Here we go. Here's scuff number 3, right? Alright, let's try playing some F1 Manager 24. Let's minimize you. Here's my wonderful desktop. Well, looks like we're streaming, but it looks like nothing is showing again. Man. Okay. So does that mean... I still set as Twitch. This is Twitch chat. This is unlocked. Does that do anything? Alright. So it looks like... Oh, that's because I'm doing... Oh, it's picture-in-picture. Terrible. So, let's see how well this goes. Alright. Here's attempt number 2. Let's see how well it goes. If anything, this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, if anything.
Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend?
Taking a look at the top.
Okay. So this is going to be a race I'm just going to sim through. Actually, you know what? No, I'll race through this one. Like that. Let's do that. 35 laps. So yes, I'm using WeMod again, and I also have used the database editor. So essentially with the database editor, if you've watched Aravs,
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
Teams often bring upgrades to Barcelona, so the
He uses the database editor to adjust all sorts of things, mods, all that good stuff. All I've used it for... Okay, let me drop you. That actually might be pretty good. Just need to... Let's try that, and let's go. Let's try that, see how that does. I like to do 2 flying laps, because it feels, to me, obviously, it feels like they do better with 2 laps. It's like it, the best way to put it is, like, see, the first lap allows them to set a banker, essentially, and the second lap is where they really hone it in. Okay, let's drop you. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Yeah, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Okay. Sometimes the car setup, even when you change it, that's a bug with this game that bothers me. You're making a change to the setup, but it doesn't change, and you're just like, why? Why did it not change? So, and then of course, with the way F1 rules are, if you make a change and you've already run a lap in qualifying,
the tyres?
you are SOL. Oh, they're cold.
Tyres are on the cool side, so be aware of that.
So let me set the tire temp to what I want it to be. Alright. Okay, so this time it... Man. Let's try that, and let's run a lap. You're at 90. Maybe up you a notch. So obviously the goal is to get to as close to 100% satisfaction as possible. It can happen, but it's rare. Most of the times you'll be mid to high.
Currently
90s.
P2.
At least
Not bad like that, Max.
my experience anyway. That's
Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap. Okay.
alright. So that made it better. I think that's as good as we're gonna get for Max. 3 optimals. Yeah. I mean, I could finagle it maybe a little bit, but when it's these two, yeah, Max, you're good. You just stay there. You're interesting. So you're still at okay. So I'm just pressing spacebar to pause the time. So I have no idea if this is still recording.
You are the race leader. Positive on the brakes on the way in.
I hope it's still recording. It almost looked like I paused it because I'm using the WeMod app on my phone. Still 93%, huh? What's happening? I do have F1 2020 through 2025. F1 2020 is not installed. Just because, I guess because of how old the game is, I would get errors. It would load up to the current saved race, and then it would just quit to desktop. So it's one of those, what's going on type of things. Okay. Alright, let's see. I know, yes. So that, by upping this, that should put that back to optimal. And it should help with that. Alright, max go. And then
currently P2.
Alright, so Kimi's on a flying lap now.
Okay.
Max, let's just have you run another lap just for kicks.
Let's put you P1. We'll box at the end of this lap.
Kimi. Oh wow. Just great. That's optimal. We drop this down a notch and up it. Up it to that. Oh, the joys of having bad eyesight. I think that'll be better. Alright. It exceeds the time, but that's okay. I wonder if I can add the Twitch app to my iPad. Yes. Nice. Okay, log in. So bear with me, guys. I'm trying to log into Twitch on my iPad. And of course, I need to verify. Alright. Let's play you. And I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to do this. Sure, why not? Ask not to track. Sure. Now, wonder. Okay. Yeah, skip. Let's see. Yep, alright. I'm hearing stuff, I'm seeing stuff. So that's at least something. Alright, cool. So I can X out of it on my phone and just manage it through my iPad. Alright, everything works. Still going. Let's make sure. Sweet, okay, so there's about a 10-second delay, something like that. Cool beans. Well, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I will upload this to YouTube tonight as well. This stream's not going to be as long just because I've got to get up at 7 tomorrow morning, and I am not a morning person. I'm a night crawler. So, fun.
currently has put you P1.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go. Cool. Okay, let's do... Nope. Let's do... this. And go. You know what, since this will be... since I'm not going to stream for too much longer, I'll manage this race. Might as well. Alright, cool, we got us 2 laps.
The stage is set here in Barcelona. 66 laps around a track that the drivers...
Alright, here we go. Yep, try to pit lane start. Because we don't know how good his car's gonna feel. So setting the fuel down as low as you can is a tip / trick from, I believe the YouTube creator's name is Nerobax. He does all sorts of F1 manager stuff, and that was one of his tips. Just set the fuel either all the way down or, well, all the way down. I just prefer relatively even numbers or numbers that end in 5 or 0. It's just a little quirk of mine, I guess you could say. And then another trick of the trade is, instead of setting the driver to avoid high-risk curves, just lower how aggressive they are. So this right here is standard. So here I'll show you. So standard aggressive attack, just lower it. Just lower the pace. Can you attack on the... Yeah, you're Max Verstappen. You can attack. Oh, credit, not much has changed, go figure. Okay then. Now for Kimi Antonelli. Really? Let's see if this works for you as well. This is 6 seconds faster. Interesting. What if I do this instead? Okay, so it's still 6 seconds faster. But instead of going light on the soft, you go standard. Okay. I can work with that. I can work.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
This will be a snooze fest. I'm sorry, it's just... with the cars.
Certainly don't let any cars pass you.
Let's see. And... alright, let's do this. So, essentially what I've done is I've used some of the tools in the database editor to adjust the difficulty. I'd have the AI refurbish their facilities. I'd have them, I believe for this one, I made everybody essentially 18 years old, all the top drivers and such, 18 years old, and it's, you know, just a free-for-all who could do the best. And I think I set their difficulty to impossible, which means that they always put on the best parts, best, essentially everything's the best, ultra lightweight. I get a bonus to research and designs, and since I'm using WeMod, I'm using the infinite CFD and wind tunnel hours. I believe for this run, what I've tried to do is only use that on the infinite on research. And
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long, Max, in terms of stop. Okay.
And for designing parts, I use what the team's, CFD and wind tunnel hours are. So this is, I believe, 2026 or in the year 2025. Okay, pit strategy. Let's do this. And
Box this lap.
Yeah, box.
so essentially, you're optimal too. Okay, let's have you pit next lap then. So essentially what I've done is try not to give myself that big of an advantage. It's still a little bit of one for research purposes, but it's not as big as one on design. So they still technically beat me in design. I just beat them in research, which is why I'm so far ahead of them now. Of course, as my channel grows and, on YouTube and Twitch, I'll try to stream to kick. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to stream to kick as well. If you guys say, hey, create a new save, but don't use WeMod, alright, I won't. Because the purpose of me doing this is essentially to get some extra income and, I like gaming, so. At some point, I will get a capture card, that way I can attempt to capture gameplay on my PS5 and Xbox Series X. The keyword's gonna be attempt. I think you're still good. So yeah, so let's keep you out there for a little bit longer. That's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, you gotta start small.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm starting small. Let's see, about 18 to go. We'll have you pit next lap. Antonelli's going to be pitting soon too. So let's drop that tire tilt down. Let's have you pit next lap. That'll be fine. Balanced. There we go. So pretty much if you do the neuroback strategy, it'll set your fuel all the way down. Pretty much set your pace.
A couple of cars have gone off at turn 4.
Conserve.
It is deadly on the main straight.
Essentially by the end of the race. Obviously depending on the engine and such. You'll have...
As for the team back in the garage, that was a
in this
tough
case,
moment to
11
watch.
laps to go before when you hit the... your
Now it looks to be Lewis Hamilton involved in that.
So... what's going on here? Oops. Oopsie. So there's 10 to go.
Max, I'll lift and coast for now.
Copy.
Less of a lift.
Just want to keep an eye on this value. Oh, he already crossed the start finish line. Nice.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Yes. Really proud of everyone.
And into the pit lane.
The hell. Just put you on.
So that lift and coast will help.
Copy.
There we go.
Okay, check a flag. P2.
I need to improve a bit the driving to be more on point, but yeah, feels better to be honest.
Another goal.
A great drive today.
This will obviously be later down the line. Another goal is to get a camera, that way you guys can see my face. Don't know when that'll be or how long it'll take, but one day. Placement. Box copies. Two-stop, huh? 100% chance for a safety car. Okay. Let's do one more race. I think I'll just sim this one and then get to the next race, save, and then end stream.
Welcome along to the spectacular setting of
I think this has a sprint. Yeah, it has a sprint. Sure, let's do 20 laps. Best guess on the car setup. Alright, and simulate.
welcome everyone.
Yikes. Okay, that might not be too bad. Let's start out there. Let's try that. We'll do that. That's the hardest thing when you only get that one practice. Even if you manage it yourself, it's only 60 minutes. And it'll take 15 to 20 laps to get, an idea as to where their setup is, and then you come in, and then it takes time to adjust the setup and all that jazz. So this is essentially his best
Okay,
guess.
currently P1.
So that has put you P2. Nice lap.
So, how bad? Oof. Okay. So, way off. Oof. Probably. you. You're better. Okay, nice, nice, nice. So, Antonelli, I could just throw darts with the front wing. See which helps. And I said I was going to simulate, but you know what? With this being the last race, I'll do it. I'll do it for chat. Not that there's anyone in the chat, but gotta start somewhere. Alright. Okay, nice. Not as good. Okay. So, what if I started off with 1 instead of 2? Let's do that. Okay, Max. This is much better for Max. Theoretically, that means his front wing needs to be about there. Theoretically. Obviously, this is still essentially spitballing. But I'll be able to. Once this race is done, I'll be able to adjust the setup again without any penalty. Nice, nice, nice.
That has put you P2. Not bad like that, Max.
Hurry up.
Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap.
Yeah.
Okay, so we found. Damn, this is as good as we're gonna get for Max, which is fine. Now, how about you? Okay. So where you're at, how about let's try that for you.
So that's got you P1.
So one thing that I do different from Arrow is he constantly puts on a new set of tires for qualifying, you know, a new set of softs. When in reality, you don't need to do that. Okay. Alright. For now, I'll just revert you to the highest possible setup. Let's just do 3 laps. And Max, you're on the highest possible setup too. So let's just do 3 flying laps. Drop the temperature down. And let's go, go, go. In reality, you could probably get decent flying laps on tires that are maybe as low as 75%, 78%.
Currently P2.
Wear or tread left before it becomes.
Okay.
Then you guys can get 1 more lap. Go, baby, go. Boom.
So you're provisionally P1.
Alright, hurry up. We're not gonna make it. Oh, maybe.
Copy that.
Did. Just barely. Not that it meant anything. Sorry about that if I made noise. I just had to adjust my head. My head.
Well, the excitement levels continue to rise.
Alright. Sprint. I don't get why it doesn't. See, this is what I was talking about. Where you it doesn't save what you set it as. Well, yours did, because yours hasn't changed, but... Okay... Let's do this. Let's save a medium. Yeah, that's a little more, but you're max for stopping. You can do it. I think you can do it too.
Here in Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Oh, Piastris.
Okay.
Let's have you always defend. Medium.
Elbows up.
Go, go, go. Okay. Let's have you
Sake, for sake, man.
Uh-oh.
Max, you okay?
Uh-oh, Max. That's not too bad, but oh.
Oh, there's something. Wait a check. Stand by.
Alright, Max, just go. Just do heavy defense. No.
Stick on your line.
Let's have you stay low, though.
Stay online.
Copy.
And go.
Nice and steady.
Copy.
Okay. 15 to go. Yeah, I think we'll keep them in conserve. And yes, I did, this UI is from the overtake.gg site. They have lots of mods for F1 Manager. Balanced. And this UI was one of them. They also have the 2025 and 2026 mod for the database, so that's something you can download too.
Enjoy the win.
And what a fantastic sprint win that is.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
But I don't.
Qualifying is coming up.
Well, hopefully this time the setup adjustments I make, hopefully they stick. Okay, so we need to, let's aim for the middle. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's up you a notch. That's alright. That probably is going to be as good as we're going to get for Max. Best guess. is something you can do. And this is something that Archer Arav does not do. Which I think I've seen in his comment section. People are like, hey, do this, that, and the other. Trying to help him out a little bit. Huh. If I do that, that might be as good as we're gonna get for you too. Kimi Antonelli. So let's use a used set to get a banker lap in. Or in this case, 2 banker laps. As I adjust myself in my recliner. Alright, awesome. And let's see. Let's put on the new set. Much better, much better. And yeah, let's run 5 flying ups. Dang, sorry about that. Really? Damn, I went the wrong way. Shoot. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, I know. Let's set you up like that. Let's up you. Up you. Minimize. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. Man, my nearsightedness. Yeah, what if I... So that's great. I'll see, I have to get that to optimal. What if... No, okay, let's do that. And that. Yeah, that's probably as good as we're gonna get. So you're gonna have to run less laps on a brand new set. Another thing I have no idea how to do is put the creative titles, pictures, and a lot of content
Currently P2.
do on YouTube. I don't know if they do it on Twitch, because I've never used Twitch. So, I knew, man. Alright, let's see how the flying lap goes.
Let's put you P1. We're boxing at the end of this lap.
Copy.
Alright. Much better. Damn. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Just great. This is the only thing I can think of that'll get them to... But of course, don't have the time, so... Okay, untested. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have top, so we can do soft, medium, soft, something like that. I believe I've got the difficulty set hard for both.
Okay, so currently P1.
Upgrading the car and race strategy. So let's do one lap. I don't know how many tires can cross over from
Currently P1.
qualifying into the race, so yeah, we'll just leave it as is. We'll just leave it alone.
And we've had a crash on track.
Oh, this is qualifying. So if you hear anything that sounds like wind, it's from my fan above. I don't know, maybe even my AC.
Currently P1.
Just from how everything was placed in my one-bedroom apartment. Just for kicks. I might try to raid too. I mean, first time, and probably just me since.
Here among the mountains in Austria, the teams are preparing for the
Doesn't look
71
like
laps of today's race.
Anyone's here.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring.
That's okay. Fun times in paradise. Alright. So one stop. We could do that, but I'd rather be aggressive. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. You're starting on pit road. Let's do that and what if we do some medium hard. Okay, change this to medium hard and soft. How's that one work out? Let's get to it.
Final checks are being carried out by the team. The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Yeah, shouldn't be too long, Max, in terms of stop.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys actually might try to make it a one stop. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, we can give it a couple of laps.
Goodness. Well, that's what happens when you suspension upgrades.
Okay, Max, BSC deployed. Dash positive.
Okay.
Straight into management, Max.
Yeah.
Lock them up. Nope. Spun it.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. Conserve.
BSC ending.
Balls to the wall.
Copy.
Okay. Now we can set you.
A couple of cars have gone off at turn 4. Some reports of debris.
Alright. Yuki. Is that Russell?
Take.
Yuki.
No risk.
Copy.
Oh, that's Duhan. Okay. Low. Get a massive lead. Take as little risk as possible. So we're halfway. And we started out from roughly 9.5 kilograms by running conservative. We're at, I don't know how you would phrase it, gained 6 kilograms or caught up 6 kilograms. Fuel. Now the VSC did help, but
See. Locked up.
Keep your head down.
Max.
Went wide.
You just keep your head down.
Now this was at turn 1. And the car just locks. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Two still. Well, if anything, we can... Hello. Is it two still? If anything, we can pit Max for... I believe he has another medium. So, yeah, that did kind of hurt him because Antonelli's gaining. But not that time. Alright, we've got 20 to go. No, why not? Let's have you pit next time, I do. Go get you some softs, boys. Go get you some softs.
VSC deployed.
Oh, no, even better.
Dash positive.
Okay.
Cool the tyres.
Copy.
Now we can see what happened. So here we go, heading into turn 1. But oh, they can't avoid making contact. Thankfully though, they come away from that unharmed.
Just like Alonso. So now we'll be able to push on the fuel. Push,
VSC ending.
push. In the words of Arava Acha, push like a stabbed rat. Please do give his channel a follow if you like F1 content. He's very good at it. Okay, neutral, and neutral. And we'll just keep you balanced. In previous F1 Manager games, I know there's only 2. I think this would have been laps, not kilograms, unless I'm mixing up the EA F1 games with the Frontier Manager games, which is entirely possible. Entirely possible. And final lap. Flawless
Yeah, not
victory.
bad that.
Well done, my friend.
Very, very lovely result this.
Go into pit lane, please, Max.
How's the checker flag? There you go. P2.
I need to improve a bit the driving to be more on point, but yes.
Another thing, if I remember correctly,
Karun, what a
database.
brilliant drive we just witnessed
create
there.
your own points.
Incredible. That was a
As
really
well
well-deserved
as,
win. They got their race strategy
safety
absolutely
and
spot on.
wind tunnel.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with the team that worked so hard to see this moment.
I think.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end?
I could be wrong though. I don't remember. 32 points. No, I don't think I changed it for this one. 32 points. Well, actually, maybe I did. Because I think... Yeah, I think I did. Just barely, though, I think. No. Maybe I don't remember. I don't think I changed it. Sure, why not? Okay, it's been refurbished. Excellent. Place. So that's another thing that helps too, is you design a part, set the weight all the way down. Yes, you'll have to manufacture more often because they don't go as far. But, you know, less weight helps your car out and lets refurbish you. And let's do this. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, just updates. Max Verstappen. 328 kilometers per hour. That is what, like 215, 220 miles an hour, I think. I've been clicking on the wrong damn things. New chassis. Only third in acceleration. Interesting. Interesting. Pit crew. There really isn't at least in my opinion, a meta for this. It's just, I like to try to get as much green as I can. That's what I like to do. Everyone does theirs different. Research. And before I go, let's see, standings. Is there staff, max staff? Another thing is, if you change their age and you drop it as low as it'll go, you won't be able to change anything really till I think they hit 18. Just from the standpoint, I tried extending his contract, but it constantly kept having him replace GP for the next season. It's like, no, I don't want that. So, just be mindful if you do mess around with the database center that you could, if you do what I did, set their ages all the way down to, like 16, 18, something like that, then you could, hurt yourself if you want to extend their contracts. So just be mindful of that. And let's see. Oh, here we go. So this is my third season. Okay, yeah, 2024, 2025, 2026. Finished second in the constructors, fourth in the drivers. Okay, so I think I know what I did here. So I started at the bottom and then either used the money multiplier, good lord if I could talk, mod for on WeMod, or I did the add money mod on WeMod. Okay, cool. Rules and regulations. Sporting, so no points. I don't think think I did change anything. Well, I just saw my buddy go live, so I'm gonna save Monster All Stars. And I'm gonna end my stream essentially once I get back to the desktop. Because that's where I ended from. And thanks, guys. Have a good one. Let's go see if I can raid my buddy. Oh, really? Let's see if I can. Let's see. Let's see. Is it gonna search? Oh. Is it because I'm too small? That might be it. It might be because I'm too small. Well, darn. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. God bless you. Have a good night. Peace.